start. So, before we recap on last session, we have someone joining. Haze wasn't there last time, so has Haze been creeping up behind everybody on her own adventures, or just kind of hanging back and being mysterious in the shadows while all the shit went down?
She can just already have been where we are
Yep, that's fine.
without any explanation.
Yep.
Does Kat want to let Hayes know what department we're in?
Yeah.
Yes. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So we are currently in the Archiver of Arcane Artifact Acquisition, Relic Registration and Magical Miscellany of the Documentation, Organisation and Archiving of Talismans, Charms, Runes, Crystals, Jewels, Adornments, Accoutrements, Figurines, Instruments, Contraptions and other assorted paraphernalia of Eldritch origins and arcane significance.
The library.
Sorry, Kat, I was muted.
We're in the library.
we made Kat say that 5 times last session.
You were I'm too annoyed at us.
Yes,
Much.
you did. You made me say
And
that a lot.
Percival was not happy about
I'll say it 5 times fast.
I don't think I probably could say it faster. I have had 2 cans of Coke today, so brace yourselves, everybody.
Is this the room that we need to be cautious walking into, or can I already literally be at a bookshelf looking at a book when they turn up?
The whole
We're already in
thing
there.
with the Spire, Haze, to bring you up to date on it. So you have arrived at the Spire, the seat of information and power of the realm, and the navigation of this building is not strictly logical. So maybe you all went through a door. Some people went one way and ended up somewhere, and some people ended up somewhere else. So maybe you arrived in this room while they were all fighting books in another one. So by all means, you could be browsing through the many strange books and artifacts in this seemingly endless dim artifact archive.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just there as you get to the door. I'll be in that room.
Cool. So can anyone remember where we left stuff with Jadril? I think she was trying to find things for you, and then had work to get back to, I believe.
Yeah, she basically said she'd had enough talking to us.
Yeah. Understandable. Okay, so as a group, you've acquired some information. I have highlighted to Craig, and you all have available some information you found in the previous room. I don't know if you wanted to discuss anything on there before we head on. I've also included, just for fun, another book, which is Glimbor's Guide to the Spire, handy pamphlets, as a guide around this, as guests to the Spire as well. So, what would you like to do?
Find my notes from last session.
Oh, hey,
Haze, is that you?
Hey, took you so
How
long.
did you get here?
I've been here a while. I think I'm lost. I came in a door and out a door, and I'm here. So, hi.
Yeah, us too. Where were you to fight the books?
I was fighting books in another room, maybe. Look, I'm here now. So what have I missed? Fill me in.
Well, did you get lost out of the museum?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's what happened.
Well, after we saw Dr. Casey, we decided we should come to the Spire. Do you not believe him?
If she said,
checking if I believe Hayes was fighting other books.
Have you found anything out? Hayes?
Nothing of interest. Have you?
things and stuff.
Well, we're trying to track down Rillian Docks because he sent the items from this artifact place to the museum.
Okay, let's lead the way. I shall follow.
Okay. Any
Where are we
others?
heading next?
Hmm?
Alethea, you got anywhere you wish to go in the Spire? David? Hi, Tom.
Got no cans left down here.
I mean, I don't know whether we need to speak to the head of the Spire at all, to the House of Arcanum.
Okay. Well, you've come in one exit. You can go back out of this one or through the other door. Oh, and
I think it
before you
matters which way we go.
do, can you all roll me a quick perception?
Wah, wah, wah.
Well,
Wait.
You roll them a 21.
Tom, oblivious, but there is a very slight rumble in the ground. It's a very minor earthquake. Again, you can feel like a shifting of the building underneath your feet.
Oh, and that's the second one Balfour's sensed.
Yeah, I will speak up and be like, did anyone else feel that this time?
Yeah, what was that?
Bill, what?
What did I miss?
I felt like the ground was shaking just a little bit. It's the second time I felt it while we've been here.
David, you would definitely have noticed that.
Oh, that. Okay. What would I have noticed? Sorry, I had to go
Little
upstairs.
earthquake. Ground quake, ground shake.
Is there anything to look for in this room before we leave? When we go investigating anywhere?
Not that I have planned. So
Sure.
I'd have to make up something on the spot. So no, there isn't.
No.
No.
Quick, roll the investigation.
Al, you've got a nat 20. Oh, it's all junk. That's what you spotted. All useless junk. Almost as if all the good stuff isn't here anymore.
It's in a different place because people have been stealing things.
Ooh, what have they been doing with them? How intriguing.
I
Who
mean,
and how and where and
as it-
why?
Slightly meta from the previous session, I got the implication that a lot of the all cool relics that were housed in this place have been somewhat removed and sent to places like the museum, presumably for money. So there's probably some dodgy dealer in here that is taking the cool stuff and selling it on for a premium, assuming nobody will ever miss it or notice that it's gone.
That's who we're looking for. Like a person doing the dodgy dealing.
Yes.
Well, there's nothing to find, and there's no one to talk to. I suppose we should take the door and leave and see where it actually pops us up at.
That's correct.
Hop on the interdimensional train
Wow.
that passes through these parts.
Oh,
Let's go through the room of requirement meets Hogwarts stairs.
Like I said, there's places that you can go, there's places you end up, and whether you choose to do there is another matter entirely. So, come on.
Let's find the one map that Cat hasn't got.
No, shut your face. Lovely. There we go. That's moved it. So you end up walking into this very extravagant office.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Tom, not now.
Lovely.
Oh, no.
The room
Tom
you
is
enter,
back in the ball.
like I said, I've popped you just outside the room, so feel free to go where you want. So when you enter, it's incredibly ornate. There is it's very well furnished. Sat behind a very elaborate desk is a Dragonborn. He is refined and deep in concentration in a scrying orb stone in front of him. Big old cigar on the go, so the air smells of all this exotic tobacco. And hi, you have just turned up. He has not noticed you for the moment because he's busy in his work.
I would like to preoccupy myself by the bookcase while everybody else is talking and just listen to his thoughts while he's having his conversation.
I'll let someone do their thing.
Okay.
I'll see that all this finery and cigar smoke and others pop up. I'm like, good sir, perchance of a smoke for myself. I seem to have misplaced my own, and yours smells very good quality.
He will look up. First, I will say, Tom, you have perched yourself right at him. Is that the first? As soon as you set through, is it Tom catchphrase time?
Pretty much, yeah. He's just gonna walk straight over and go, "Hi, I'm Tom."
And he will look up at Tom and just be like, "Hello, Tom. I don't often get visitors down here." And he will shake your hand. Ooh,
Is it that awkward shake hands moment where you don't know when to stop?
a little bit.
Pretty much, it just. I think canonically to date, nobody's actually shook Tom's hand when he's put his hand out. They've just kind of just looked at him and gone, "Hi,
Yeah.
Tom," and then ignored him. Like, I don't recall anybody ever actually shaking back, so I don't think Tom knows what to do at the end of a handshake. He kind of
Well, I'm going to see that Tom's carrying it off too long. Go, Tom, like, go his hand out. That's it, done. It's your first handshake. Well done.
And this Dragonborn is amused and curious and just be like, "Nice to meet you, Tom. My name is Minex. Like I said, I don't often get visitors down here, let alone unannounced ones. How unusual. What brings you down my way?"
a door.
A door, unfortunately. We walked through a door. It brought us here. And you have some fine, exquisite wares. Perchance you have any tea?
So I say again,
Perchance you have any tea?
yes, I believe over in the cabinet there are some teas and possibly some things to make, although things aren't always where I leave them anymore. The world is a strange place recently. But please, my friend, help yourself. What did you say your name was?
I go by David. And yourself?
I would
Mine?
canonically
Exquisite?
like Tom to have handed David a golf tea when he asked for some tea.
A gold.
A what?
I just think that one. There
Golf
you go.
Cool, yeah. David, you can choose to do with that with whatever you will.
Thank you, Tom. And just kind of like, whoop. But so, was it mine ex?
Oh.
What do you do in this beautiful room all by yourself?
Ah. Well, this is a very interesting office. This is the Office of Celestial Observations, Astrological Readings and Mystical Divinations for auguring current and future events through stargazing, scrying and communion with the heavens.
So you look up at the sky and make up bullshit. I mean, you look up at the sky, good sir, I assume.
Sorry, Tom didn't quite catch that. What office?
I'm trying to write it down. Can you just repeat? I got sorry for the third word.
Hang on. I will.
No. I can't read it. My eyesight's really bad. I just need you to
Spell it.
I'm not spelling it. The Office of Celestial Observations, Astrological Readings and Mystical Divinations for auguring current and future events through stargazing, scrying and communion with the heavens. And I am the Master Diviner, Minex Memorix.
Oh, you're a diviner, are you?
Yes.
Does that mean you know lots of divination spells?
I'm not so much of a wizard as I use my... He gestures at the big orb in front of him.
Oh, let's all ponder his orb.
He does it without the magic cheating.
What do you mean, cheating, Tom? Magic is a gift given from the upstairs people.
Do you know
Metaphors
much
for
about these
Tom will
rocks
look
falling,
up for the
Minex?
upstairs people.
Do you know much about these rocks falling from the skies, Minex? Was that something that you would know about?
I have been tracking the stars for as long as I can remember. Sometimes in this place, sometimes in others. And this place isn't always this place. But yes, there's always been a portent of something wrong that has now come to past. Or has it come to future? Sometimes it's hard to tell what's now, what's then, and what was.
You say things it looked wrong. Does that mean what has happened is maybe made things right again?
It's hard to
Are you
tell.
saying that?
Things evolve in cycles. What was sometimes is, and what is sometimes is now.
I'm just confused.
Do,
I mean,
do you know Ellie and Delphi at all?
Ellie and Delphi. And he'll lean over uh, to this crystal ball, and he works that ball. And I see a troubled soul on the verge of brilliance, and yet corrupted by chaos. The potential to shift the world is in his hands.
And Tom lean over and just go, Tom sees a ball.
You are a rather curious thing. I've never
You never
seen one like you before.
either of we don't want to.
Do you mean one like him? Have you seen others like him before? Or
Maybe I have seen before, or maybe I will again.
I can see Balfour's reaction.
I'm just confused again.
I'm resisting the urge to go Spaceballs and be like, when will then be now?
Then has
Soon.
always been now, and always will be.
Fucking nerds.
Tom got very confused, so then walked away and sat down at a desk.
I see much, but after seeing so much, it is hard to know what comes to pass and what simply may yet come to pass. My friends, it is rare I get visitors down here. Is there anything else?
I think I may regret this, but can you read my future, maybe?
Read your future. And who are
Yes.
you?
I am Balfour Oakenwood.
And he will look and he smiles. At least you assume a smile on a Dragonborn, and says, "It's been so long since I have done such things for people. You said your name was
Balfour Oakenwood.
how curious. I don't have a full story for you here, but I think you know that."
Yes, well, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, or maybe I've forgotten something yesterday. I understand you get confused very easily. Thank you, though.
Yes, you're a curious one. You're all quite curious.
Does that show you where people are if we're missing someone?
I can do.
Good. We're trying to find a few people.
Right. It has been difficult because sometimes it is easy to see through the mists, but sometimes my mind is troubled, my sight is clouded because things look fractured, things are broken, and the world is not quite right.
What do you mean? What's fractured? What's wrong? What's not right with the world?
Oh,
The world is not in balance. Have you not noticed?
Oh, we tend to we know all about this. Well, we've seen firsthand that it's not in balance. Do you have any idea why? Something celestial happen? Astrological?
I think we know, David. If you remember, people have lost touch with Remio.
Yeah, I meant like, has he seen anything on his side?
He will look in there, and for the first time, his facade cracks slightly. There is pain on his face. It's almost like he has cultivated a cultured appearance born out of decades and centuries of existence. But this, it causes him pain, and he sees that she is gone. She is bound in chains. I do not know why, but the world is out of balance without her, and cannot remain out of balance.
Do you know how she ended up in chains? Who did this to Remiel?
And he will concentrate. There is darkness and glory. I see glory to her. She is bound. I can see that she is in chains. And who did this? She smiles. No, I will not look anymore. And he stands up and paces in front of the fireplace.
Am I picking anything up on his detect thoughts?
Yes. What level of thoughts do you get to with him?
It's just the detect thoughts spell, so it's whatever level it is
I can't
normally.
remember that. Is it kind of just surface
It's
thoughts?
just his surface thoughts, unless there's a saving throw on it.
No, his surface
Not
thoughts.
like I delve deeper.
There's
Oh wow, that's long.
is it just feelings, or can you see what he sees?
Surface thoughts. What's most on its mind at that moment?
For the first time in his adult life, he is uncertain and he is scared. He is looking
A
into...
wisdom saving throw I can read in there.
Huh?
That's only if I use an action to delve deeper.
Oh, okay.
If I don't delve deeper,
Sorry,
I keep it
yeah,
just
got
a
it.
surface thoughts, and he doesn't know I'm prodding.
So yeah, you can tell he has a persona, a facade of the wise old Dragonborn, but whatever he's seeing in here is shaking his very foundational beliefs.
Guys, I think
And
there's
is that
something
when they're talking about the balance that he's
Yes.
feeling that?
Yes.
I mean, my next good sir, you say that she is smiling. There is only one more female goddess that we are aware of, no?
I do not know.
In the bed.
Bye.
I mean,
When...
Bye.
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 Somebody said see you in a bit.
Yeah, I know I have. I mean, Zelototh wouldn't make a move against Remiel, surely. Surely.
When I view what has happened and who is responsible, these are things that should have been and will be, but they aren't. They have never happened, or have they? It's like my memory is clouded of something that I should and shouldn't know at the same time. It's not familiar, but it should be. She is
With all
not
this-
familiar, but she should be.
With
You
all this
see-
talk of the smiling one, Balbo's going to go into the bag of holding, pull out one of the cultist outfit, the robes that we have, which also had the face mask on there, which I believe had some sort of smiling face, and
It did.
just shows it. Does this look like this smiling thing you talked about?
He takes a step
Don't need to-
backwards and flinches. Yes.
I'll put it back. I'll just put it straight back and say, sorry, I did not mean to scare you. I'm really sorry.
That was it.
I have seen that haunt my visions. I nearly said haunt my ball, but I thought that would be too much to say.
Smiling one will shatter chain.
Like David, you was going to say something.
I wasn't. I think you must have picked the pants up. No, I was just. I mean, Is this a forgotten god, a new god, or is it Zilatoth? It's
Can you all roll a perception for me?
Perception. Where?
Going well.
I'm too busy pulling things out of the bag of holding and putting them back, so if you're paying attention is what I will say.
Cool. Well, Haze and Tom, you notice it's another groundquake. This time the whole room just seems to shimmy to one side.
Tom fall over.
If he wants to.
Just,
mean,
I
it's-
feel
Make a
like
deck save.
I mean, it's subtle enough that two people don't even notice. But if you'd like to do a dex save to see if you fall over.
Is my next
maybe
note?
it screwed. Maybe it screws his servos and upsets his balance.
Nobody told you to fall back this time. Stand up.
No, he's fine.
Would this earthquake just become normal for David now?
Possibly. Minex again seems he is noticed and he is unsettled. These things have been happening more recently.
Why does the ground rumble?
If I had to divine a reason, I think since the ground shakes when the sky opened, I think as the world is falling out of balance, these places aren't as stable as they once were.
Insert furious typing.
Oh, I'm normally on mute for that. Damn microphone picks up everything.
So does mine. I've got mine to such a degree where I've got it to not pick up the keyboard.
I don't know what you mean, guys. I'm not getting any messages.
Me neither.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Cat looks at the screen and we're all just looking down at something that's not the screen.
You're all just like, all staring at your phone, baffled.
Like, I don't
That's
know.
just my
I
wife
don't know
texting.
what could possibly be going on. I mean,
I love it.
whisper chat, but not on roll 20.
I love the fact it's whisper chat, but it's the loudest fucking whispers.
It's when fucking Craig going.
Nothing going on here.
It's like, Cat, you do your thing. We need to do this.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Does everyone know what's going on still?
No.
I mean, yes. Absolutely, yes.
Oh, fuck, we're taking him off.
Oh, dear.
We broke him.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Is there anything to search for in here? If we have an investigation, can we just let's look around his desk?
Every room. Is there anything I can look for?
Yeah.
go on then. Go on, Olivia. Give me a roll. I mean, are you going to ask him, or are you just going to start rummaging in his pockets?
I'm just gonna start I mean, there's lots of books, so I would definitely have gone around the room.
I was about to say, could I see if there's any interesting books where I'm at as well?
Look, like other places, I don't have anything prepared here, but as Craig well knows, I can prepare something for you afterwards. So if you would like to roll to find a book, I can make you a book. I just don't know what it will be yet. Okay,
fine.
Haze, I will sort you out a book later.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I mean, with a 21, are you looking, is there any particular section that's drawn your eye?
It'd be because I'm just stood there flicking through. If there is something that's caught my eye, I don't know what type of books I'm going to find.
Mhm.
You might answer that at the end of this bit when I send you my message. But
Okay. That's fine. Well, with a 21, you can guide me as to what kind of book you would like on a particular question, and I will come up with some bullshit. I mean, something.
Yeah.
At least 19 didn't get me a book.
I mean, if you ask nicely with a 19, I'm sure he could provide you with a spell that he might have.
Oh, I'd love a spell if he has one. Yes, please.
Oh, behave yourself, Alithia. You're just a young one.
So,
No need for such
what would you like to ask him?
Have you got any spell scrolls there at all? My next, if you do, please.
I mean, I may have some around. What is your name, little unusual one?
I'm Alethea.
It is nice to see unusual persons in this place again. It's hard being different from so many common faces. So he will rummage in his desk and hand you the spell Identify.
Oh.
I know, right?
No
Things
reason.
away. Could I have something, please? I'm not bothered what it is. I just always feel left out when people are getting books and
Arthur,
spell scrolls.
Arthur. Let's get back to that tavern. I'll give you something later.
He will smile
I
and.
told you already, David. I don't roll that way, but thanks for the offer.
Would you like one of my cigars?
Yes.
Yes, please.
He hands out cigars then. What a refreshing change to see such a different array of people, quite cultured in this place of strangeness.
It's the small things in life.
I'll ask for, there's 5 of us, so I'll ask for 5 cigars and I'll hand them out and I'll say, we keep these until the fat lady sings, guys. We'll put them away.
One cigar.
Why not?
Get smoked when everything's going to go wrong.
It's Independence Day, but
Yes, I remember.
I was going to say,
What,
it's not
the new one or
Independence
the
Day,
old one?
It's Thanksgiving. It's not Independence Day. That's in July.
Well, it's July somewhere or it's July yesterday. Time in this place doesn't make sense.
That's quite right. Now you're getting it, my friend. Is there anything else I can help you with? Otherwise, I will try to get back to figuring out what is going on here.
I have one.
Quite a lot so far.
I have one question left. My
Right,
next.
Yes.
Is your surname Belong?
Is what?
Your surname Belong.
No. But my surname is Memornix, but you can have inspiration.
Thank you.
I do love a bad joke. You know me.
I couldn't get one any worse, let's be honest.
Yes. So if you are finished here, this is the end of the period of time where you can ask questions that you need to ask.
Sent mine on
Cool.
the group
Yep,
chat,
I've
so I'm
just
happy
seen
to-
that. I will sort out one of those for you.
Sweet. It saves me having to do the whole role play thing. It's there.
Yep, that's
And then you can
beautiful.
connect privately with what?
I will sort you out something after the session during the week ahead. So this is the end of the part of here where you can ask things that you may want to know the answer to. And then if you want to continue on through the door, we'll move on to the next stage of the session.
Through the door.
Thank you, my next. I'll see you tomorrow. See you yesterday. Hello and goodbye.
I'm sure I may see you yesterday.
See you later, son.
See you later, my next. Thank you for the cigar.
Okay. So are you all heading out through the other doorway, through the way that you came? Or
Yeah, are you still awake, Tom? I think we're leaving now.
Do we ask him the way out?
there's a door just there.
Through the door.
Oh, fudge.
Just for you, Cat, for purposes I will discuss at another point.
Yes,
Tom would have liked to have been the last one to leave and maybe have been a couple of minutes behind them
that's
for
perfect.
reasons.
If
For,
that-
for reasons.
Yep, if there's anything that you would like to message me about, we can discuss
You'll
that.
have to cancel my request then because I said I was waiting until everybody was out of the room before I spoke to him.
Oh no, that's fine. You can queue up and deal differently. I can.
I left.
It's fine with Tom if Haze is still there.
Yeah.
Right, well, Haze will
It's-
be lurking at the bookcase still then until you've left the room, if
Mhm.
that's okay with you.
To be fair, Tom probably wouldn't have even noticed that Haze was still in the room because she's
Okay,
very much absent a lot of the time. So that still works.
Okay, that's fine then. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't want to mess anything up for
And
you.
then you can do your thing after my thing. That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out later.
Perfect.
I left first and last.
Shut up! Shut up! My head already hurts.
Yeah.
Cool. You step out of the door,
Does
and
not look like the way we came in.
no,
No.
this doesn't seem like the normal corridors that you've seen around the spire. And now the ground moves pretty much constantly. This is an echoey chamber, and I don't know if you can zoom out and see it all, but standing off to one side is a huge statue of a figure.
Is it the figure that we would recognise?
This is the question, isn't it?
Yes.
If anyone would like to look to see if they recognise this character,
I would
you're
like to
more
look.
than
Oh,
welcome.
yes, please.
No point Tom doing so. He wouldn't recognise it.
Oh, it's like Arcana, History,
If you can
Investigation.
give me a reason why you would use a particular role, then please do.
I would like to strain my eyes really, really hard and use athletics,
No.
please.
I would like to buff myself up, Johnny Bravo style, and then I puff myself up and intimidate it into giving me its secrets.
No.
I would like to look at it without anybody seeing that I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
So can I use that?
No.
Can-
I appreciate all these efforts, but no.
Can I look at it and then try to think back to things I've read in my history?
Come on, Craig. We all tried
No.
ridiculous things.
I would like you just to give me either a straight perception or investigation.
I got a 22.
They're both in one.
Okay.
Oh.
Average roll.
This is very interesting because Balthor, yeah, you've whiffed it. This is the figure's in shadow. Maybe you're standing in the wrong angle and you can't make out the figures on it. Haze, this is going to be interesting because were you there, were you not? Alithia, you can notice this figure looks exactly, and I mean exactly, like those wizards you saw when you first entered the Spire, like Percival Tommen. And Haze, at the entrance to the Spire, there was let's say an information desk hosted by several versions of the same wizard, giving out information to all people at the same time, constantly. And that's who this statue is of.
I don't notice it because I'm saying to David as we get in there, sorry, Craig, is like, well, David, at least now you can say you've made the ground shake for somebody.
Make it. I get that all the time. I'll beg. How dare you, good sir?
Guys, I know this is the way we came, but have you noticed that giant statue over there looks like Percival?
What statue?
Desk? The one holding the big lights.
And Balthor will see if he notices, and with Alethea's thingy, I am just going to stare it in the eyes.
Balthor, do you need to leg up this?
I think it's just a statue. I don't think it's actually. Well, it might be. You never know.
We did annoy those guys quite a bit, didn't we?
Think your friend would annoy us equally.
Yeah.
I mean, with a 27, Alithia, I mean, Okay, you said before you wanted to know and investigate with your knowledge of what you've read before. You didn't twig it at the time when you first arrived at the Spire because everything was so overwhelming. But when you think of it and you see the statue, it clicks together in your head. You've seen the paintings, you've seen the statues, you've heard the stories. This is a statue of the god Ulian himself.
But it said his name was Percival. But that's Julian. But
You okay there? You okay there, Lithia?
I hope we haven't upset a god.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
Well, the statue there is exactly the same as Percival at the front desk, but that's the statue of Julian.
Both those fucked.
It's been noted in several places the god himself does like to walk the halls of his own domain, sometimes more than the others. So, yeah.
Seems like he's very, very
Very, very
vain.
vain.
He's so
Yeah.
vain.
Don't you think so?
Probably thinks this game is about him.
Yeah, this bit is. Again, monstrous ego, monstrous intellect, all goes hand in hand. Anyway, the ground is continuing to shake.
Should we press on, guys, or should we try and go back the way we came?
I don't trust this tower anymore to take us the right direction. I think we need to go on the path that has been laid before us.
Scott's on a
I
runner.
say forward.
Hmm?
I say we go forward. Let's
Oh,
delve
he's
deeper.
gone.
Iliad's got him. Scott's put Iliad got me, guys.
Ulian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was weird.
It's alright.
All can also lead to agony and corruption. Some say those.
Where would you like to go?
So we're going for, we're just going this way then, guys.
Carry it on.
Yeah. Oh, I wish Calvin was here.
Where is he? Where's he gone? Where's Trailblazer disappeared to?
Is it working?
Oh, I just clicked it.
Oh no, hang on a minute. I just need to restart. Sometimes the sandbox. Bear with, I'll be back on there in a minute.
Ne pass another.
Oh yes.
Scott survived then.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, what happened?
Laptop restarting?
The laptop is now restarting.
Called it.
It's only because it just lost all connection to the interweb.
That's fine. I've just had to reboot this.
There's Cat.
Okay.
It's almost like some god has just destroyed my Wi-Fi connection.
Well, you've got to be careful who you annoy sometimes. So, Alithia, it might work again. Hopefully, if you press a button, it'll work now. No?
Hang on. There he is.
Sorry, the script engine behind it had stalled.
Oh, Trailblazer is going to go shooting off into the distance to see what's in this, I presume, fairly tall and fairly wide room.
Yep. Seems absolutely clear.
Lovely. Alpha, would you like to move at all? Move your character.
Yes. I'll stick on this edge because I will still be maintaining eye contact like a dickhead with this annoying statue.
Can anyone
Because
else hear that, or is this? Yeah, that's
Yes,
fine. It's not just my brain then. That's cool. That's cool. Sometimes I like making sure the noises aren't just in my head.
Coming from?
Well, I can't hear the noises.
Yeah, because I think it's you. If you're,
Tom's short circuiting in the corner.
That was
No reason.
brutal.
I mean, like I said, sometimes these seats of power can have an effect on people one way or the other. So yeah, and if you're sticking to the edge of this thing, I'll probably need a dex roll because the ground is shaking pretty much constantly now.
He went.
He gone.
He gone.
But Alethea will follow behind Balfour, but not on the edge because she's not daft.
No. I'm not rolling into initiative, so you can move wherever you want.
I mean, I presume we're going to get to the junction and not try and jump over the gap.
I don't know. Where are we? Where are we going? What are we meant to be doing? Tom requires instructions.
I think we're just going to follow it to the next door, Tom, and see where the Spire is taking us, because it's clearly not wanting us to leave it quite yet.
You definitely seem to be off the beaten track now.
I mean, 40 foot.
The intrusive thoughts really want to know what happens if we break these chains.
It'll plummet.
But it's attached to either edge.
It'll tip.
Well, given that there's former chains on the walls where the patch missing is.
Can I just say to everybody, guys, just give us a minute, guys. Shh, silent. I want to pick up the biggest stone I can and drop it and try and. I want to try and listen.
That was a lot of
I
echo.
heard drop it. I heard
I wanna
biggest
drop
rock
a
and
rock.
drop it.
Drop a rock and see if we can listen to how far down it goes before it hits the bottom.
Okay, if you want to drop it and make a perception.
Wah, wah, wah.
You don't hear anything.
That's fine.
Nothing.
So it's either jelly or it's deep.
Oh, it's deep.
Or
what she
maybe
said.
jelly.
Those are your two options.
Yep, jelly or deep.
I mean, Tom would really like to see what it's like to jump into a pit of jelly.
Tom may end up being jelly, mainly mechanical jelly, but
Scrap.
yes.
We will rebuild you, Tom. We have the technology.
I mean, he could spider climb and then just run down the rock continuously.
I mean, you could, but as always, I wasn't prepared for you doing that, so I'd put you on a big blank screen full of nothing.
That's exactly why it would be really funny to do that.
Yeah. I mean, who's to say I've got anything planned for you on this map anyway? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
After hearing that noise when the cable drops.
What? Nope. I think Scott's going through a tunnel.
That, Can you hear me?
Kind of.
Barely.
Mm.
Yeah. No.
Are you underground?
No.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Can you hear us? Tap once for yes, twice for no.
Wouldn't matter if you tapped, we can't hear
No, it'll probably be a lot of booming echo as well.
it.
I would say you could try and type on the screen, but if his laptop's rebooting, then that won't work either. If anyone needs a comfort break, this seems like an appropriate opportunity.
It's not a bad shout. I'll make sure I'm mute.
Do I need to pee?
Well, I've made you think about it now.
Just go and wee one.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know when you're like, I probably could pee, but I could probably also wait an hour and a half. But it's like, do I just go now?
Go and pee.
Could do.
Hurry up, run, you're wasting time.
It's fine. We've got to wait for Scott to come back anyway.
Did you get my message, Kat?
Yes, I like that.
Awesome.
We can work on that.
Yep. Let's I'm just reading through as we go along and seeing what's what.
Cool, cool. I'm very excited for the next room I'm going to end up with you in.
Mhm.
You may not. I am.
I was about to say. It's one of them of I've built this room for my enjoyment, not yours.
That was quite an echo.
I really was. Very delayed echo.
Talk again, Ali.
Wow, I just heard you.
Wow, that's 5 seconds delay between saying it and hearing it back.
This is going well. This is going great. Now I'm just talking to myself. Hi, Craig. When you're listening to this tomorrow, this is going to sound great.
Yeah, it's going to sound amazing.
It's going
Oh, the
well.
joys of- Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
To be honest with you, it's not a bad thing because we're running quite ahead of schedule.
Oh, are we?
A little bit, yes.
I can meta some questions if you like.
Although it depends how long you want to spend in the next part.
No, we're just going to blast it.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Finger blast it.
Well, that's what she said.
I still think I'm finger blasting.
Yep. Wah, wah, wah.
Thanks, cat. Fucking hell, that's brutal.
Huh?
I said thanks, cat. That's brutal.
Have you met me? Hello.
Is there anything to be cautious of in this room, or are we all just going to be able to make our way straight to the next door?
Yeah, make your way straight to the next door.
Do that, please.
Yep. Do you want me to move you on while we wait for everybody else?
Yeah, we can start doing a basic look around.
Yeah, can do.
Unless there was anything to find in there, any scrolls or books.
No. Okay.
Oh, I'm not zooming out. I'm keeping it zoomed in.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Books, glorious books.
David's not touching any of them.
Oh, yeah.
I leave
It's-
us in heaven.
It's mage hand all the way now, David.
Why, have you had some interactions with books then?
We've had some mimics attack us, Haze.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it
A
wasn't
map.
me.
A map and a couple of books.
Don't worry, there's none of those in here.
Although the only thing that's actually hurt me is Graham's fireball getting a
Yeah.
nat 1.
I'm surprised you let him do a firebolt around all the books.
Well, there's
I-
let and there's let. Mm.
I should have counterspelled it.
Do you know what I love about Counterspell?
Mm.
There's no verbal components. It is it can be completely non-verbal.
That's handy to know. Interesting. I like that.
Most DMs do, to be fair.
And if you've got subtle spell, it's completely silent and moveless and everything else.
Yeah.
Silent and deadly.
Yes, like my farts.
Can you hear me now?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ah, Scott's back.
Have you rigged up some tin cans?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow. Brought out the CB
That
radio.
is tinny.
If the laptop is still preparing to configure Windows, don't turn off my computer, which has been telling me for the last 10 minutes.
Yikes.
See you in 2 hours.
I take it the phone reception isn't very good in your area either.
Oh.
So while we're faffing and getting stuff done, just remind me again what we're actually looking for.
That's a very long question. There's multiple things we could be looking for. There is obviously we've kind of got this idea that there's a fifth god and that someone has chained up Remiel.
Yeah,
They've
but
got
what
a
did we
balance.
initially come to the Spire for?
Shit,
But we were looking for Relian Docks because he was selling the goods to the museum.
Right.
There's also Ellie and Delphi who might be involved in the whole gods thing. And some people may know or may not know of Tom's origin. And
I don't.
what else have we got? I think that's most of the big plot points at the minute.
Awesome. So we're in here looking for some people.
We're looking for a couple of people.
The cult itself as well, finding out anything about the cult is also high on the agenda now.
Yeah.
Scott, can you see Roll20?
Can I what?
Can you see Roll20?
Yeah, Roll20's been working the whole time. It's just
Yeah.
because I have it on a different laptop.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you have
So
two
I
laptops, don't you?
see. Yeah, I see. We've changed to a different map.
Yes.
Just so you all know, as we was walking, I didn't take my eyes off the statue or until we walked into this room and closed the door.
Okay. If you're on roll 20, can you just roll me a perception? Just Balthor.
Is it a statue from Doctor?
No, you didn't notice anything.
No.
Cool. So, shall we carry on with this map?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have all at the bottom arrived just outside the doors to this place. Is anyone going straight through?
Unless there's
I
I
will.
anything
go
particularly unusual about the doors.
Nope.
My job to go first, guys. Let me.
Oh, feel free, Martha, but feel free.
Okay.
I'll take a few steps into the room.
As you go in, this is obviously was a library at some point. It's almost cathedral-like in its vastness and its high ceilings, with some dim windows shedding some dusty light through. But it is quite abandoned and empty. Everything smells of decay and mildew. And even though there are, excuse me, lights from like some dim windows, it also has the feeling of being deep underground as well. It's echoey and quiet, but at the same time, it doesn't feel empty.
Is
Yeah,
this where we get
upon,
the hi, Tom?
upon entering a large room like that, Trailblazer would go flying off and exploring.
Okay, so do you want to roll me a perception through Trailblazer?
Yeah. Has he got perception? Advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. So with an 18,
17.
oh, 17, sorry. There is skittering in the darkness. Movement, but only just barely out of the corner of his eyes in various parts of this library as he flies around.
Won't he have some modifiers out there, Craig?
Potentially. This is sheet gone again.
Is that me echoing?
Doesn't seem as bad now.
Only a +1.
Yeah, this place is so vast and so dark and so full of bookcases and rubbish that you can't be sure where things are or what
Guys,
things are, or even if there is things.
I think there might be something in here. Trailblazers thinks he can see something.
See lots of things.
Do you see a door to move on to the next room?
Oh yeah. Well, not no.
Top left of the map.
Alistair can see it, but David cannot.
Let's go.
Yeah, Balfour's leading the way.
Okay, if Balthur's leading the way, right, just hold on one second. I would like Balthur to make me let's have a look, which one is it? A charisma check, please.
Just a straight up charisma.
Yep.
Oh, dice be nice.
Bear with. Okay.
Oh dear.
Balthur,
Yay!
well, Balthur, as you walking past a bookcase.
Does lucky make you re-roll on somebody else's thing? Does a lucky feat make you re-roll on somebody else's turn or just mine?
I have no
Just
idea.
yours, I think.
Your own, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Lets you re-roll a nat 1, I'm pretty sure. That's how lucky works. Craig, you should know.
It's any. I think it's essentially any roll that you do, but it's only you.
It's just an attack roll from another person.
Nope.
Fine.
An attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw.
No, from the
any-
other person. I can make Cat re-roll an attack roll, but not nothing. Yeah, no, carry on then.
Who's to say it's an attack?
No, that's what I said, so it won't work.
Yeah.
It's thing with.
So, Balthur, you can sense to your right-hand side, beyond some bookcases, there is something skittering there, and you feel something skitter in your mind, as if like just floating over your brain, and a whisper comes from the shadows. Ah, the so-called hero. But we see the doubt gnawing within. They still haunt you, don't they? And skitters away.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I was trying to look up some voice mod. So you can imagine this all being like really echoey and scary, but I'm not going to put
I've got goosebumps anyway.
Yeah, Balthar wouldn't have liked that one bit.
Do you want to roll initiative just so we can keep a track of who's going where and in what turn?
I'm going last.
No, you're not.
No, no.
One moment, everyone. So Alithia is 4. Oh, Haze is above that.
Balthazar's above that.
8.
And Tom's above that.
Hang on, everyone's. So
Tom, Alpha, Haze,
David,
David.
4.12. Haze is. I think that's everyone.
Tom, Alpha, Haze, David, Alethea.
Yes. So let's start from the top. Tom, what would you like to do? Say hi to Harry. Say goodnight to Harry.
Sorry.
Hi, Harry.
I love
Hi,
the dressing
Harry.
room.
Say hi. Put your hand down. Say hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Yeah, see him.
Oh, I've
Where's
Are
the dressing
you
gown?
done?
D&D.
You okay, Harry?
I'm a monster car.
You got a monster car?
Is
Love
it real
it.
monster?
No, it's just a tender monster.
Oh, I see. I thought it was a real monster. But if it's a real monster card, that's a cool one.
I still saw one on my laptop.
Stole your lap.
Good night, Harry.
Yeah.
Are you off to bed now?
Tell Daddy to roll for initiative.
When you say to your daddy, just say, hi, I'm Harry.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh, no.
Spider-Man, your favourite?
Yeah.
Good
And monster
choice.
car's my favorite.
How about Spider-Man in a monster car?
What?
Ooh.
A
I know.
Spider-Man?
Just
I
blow
didn't
your
know
mind.
that. I
Yes.
didn't know that. Wait,
Spider-Man
this
loves a
Spider-Man.
monster car.
Wait, Spider-Man don't. Just I'm with this monster car.
That's true. He doesn't need a monster car.
That's true. Because he's Spider-Man.
Yes.
Hi, Harry.
Bye, Harry.
Bye.
Harry. I'm waving with no webcam on.
Oh, I'm going to change the monsters in here. They're all monster cars now. Vroom, vroom.
I mean, does anyone need a monster car? But everyone wants a monster car.
Exactly.
Sorry.
You didn't have your
Sorry,
headphones
brother.
on. I'm saying that all the monsters in here now are monster cars. Vroom, vroom.
Oh, okay.
Honk for initiative.
So, what does Tom want to do? I don't know. Tom doesn't really know what's going on. Nor does Graham, to be honest. Not because he's not been paying attention, just there's been that much backwards forwards talk this session. I've completely lost the plot.
I'm sorry, I know that kind
I
of
genuinely,
madness
I don't know what's going on. I know we're in an upside down, topsy turvy wizard spire,
Yes.
and we've progressed through various rooms and such. But I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. There's no immediate threat with which to fight, so can I just hold until there is either an immediate threat or somebody tells me what to do?
Cool. That seems very Tom-like.
very Tom-like,
Yes.
mostly because I legitimately have no plans or thoughts on what to potentially do in a room full of seemingly nothing, but probably something, until I can see it to shoot at.
That's fine. So we go back to Balthor again.
So I think it would be quite surprising to everyone else, but I think Balthor is just going to shout something like, "I am not a failure!" at the top of his voice.
Tom replies, "We know."
And cautiously just... Did you say it come from the right? I'm going to
Came
move
from the
around
right.
this side. Around here, just look around this corner to see if I can see anything.
Okay. Just one little point of admin here. As you may gather, I have certain bits of information that I would like to deliver at certain points, depending on roles. I will give you guys a chance to react, but if I deliver something, let me just finish my bit and then you can jump in, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. So yes. So what exactly would you like to do when you move to the right? Are you looking, or are you gesturing
I am
around,
looking and
or are you...
looking and listening to see if there's anything that I could see that would have caused maybe made. I'm not. I heard that in my head, but obviously I don't know. I heard that in my head. That could have been. So I'm looking to see if there's anything that made that sort of that said that to me.
Can you roll for perception for me, please? No. You don't notice anything.
Nope, I wouldn't do.
Haze.
I am walking up the way, looking at the books on this shelf as I walk past them.
Okay. Can you roll me a charisma check, please?
Charisma.
Okay.
That would be a 7.
Okay. So Haze, as you are looking through the books, you feel this skittering across your head. It's like just light, like a fingers across your brain. And you hear, "We see you, thief. We know who haunts your steps, do you? Does it pain you, their desperate cries that you alone can hear? But do you even listen?" And there's like a grisly laugh as again something skitters ahead of you.
Can I just aimlessly, disadvantage or whatever, just pull out my short bow and make an attack in the direction that I thought it came from?
Yep, okay.
It would only be 14. Obviously, there's probably nothing that hit, but that would be my reaction, is to automatically try and just shoot it. Some knows things about it. I don't like it.
So where are you aiming for?
Where did it sound like it came from?
It's the same area that Balthor was looking. So this is not exactly where it was, but this kind of area over to the top right.
Oh, sorry, I'm not zoomed out. So, wait a minute. Do it again.
Round this area.
Are you seeing it, Ali? Am I missing it?
Are you on the GM layer?
Yeah, I am. That's why.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So in that case, from where I am, I'd probably be firing like straight up the way, sort of thing, straight in front of me.
Okay, with a 22, your arrow embeds itself in the back wall of the library, and something at the back stirs.
Okay, we're in the disadvantage at 14.
Okay, well, it falls a bit shorter, and it doesn't rustle as much.
Yeah, that's fine. It's more just a panic, like quick.
Yeah,
Zoom.
that's fine. That's fine.
That's my turn.
David.
I'm just going to think it's like something funny going on if Haze is fucking doing that. But now he's going to step over this way.
Can you roll me a charisma, please?
Something I'm good at. I mean, well.
Oh, and hang on, I've got modifiers. I've got a +2. David, as you are stalking over this different part of the library, you hear a skittering over to your left and a little twitch, like a scratch at the back of your brain. And you hear, the prodigal prince. You carry the stink of legacy, yet you cling to your virtuous illusions. No matter how you pretend, his influence crawls in your veins.
Fuck me.
So you don't know that's in your head.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to shout out. I am not my father, and I want nothing to do with him.
Laughter.
I just like have my axe in my hand shaking,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be me.
Alithia.
Well, Olivia has just seen Balfour shout at nothing, Haze fire an arrow at nothing, and David shout at nothing again. So I think Haze isn't going to be. Olivia's not going to be walking anywhere. She's going to stay put in a kind of a panic. Guys, what is it? What can you see? What's going on? And I think Trailblazer would kind of start coming back in a sense of there must be something afoot closer to have a look for. But because visually can't see anything, cast detect magic.
Actually, I forgot to roll myself into the initiative, so you all kind of get around without me for a moment.
3.
1 second. Sorry, detect magic was that?
Yeah, it's any magic within 30 feet of me.
So 30 feet, how far is that? Can you give me a measurement? Detect magic, can you pop it in the chat for me?
Of course.
Visible creature or object, yes. There is something in between these bookcases. I'm on the wrong layer again. I knew that.
Sense magic. I can, so I can't use it action because I've just cast it as an action. But that's where I'll be looking.
Yes.
You learn at School of Magic.
Only when you use that action, I think.
I like that.
So unless Trailblazer can spot anything, that will be everything Alethea is doing.
Well, Trailblazer's turn is next after yours. Did you want to look at scope anything else out?
It's just headed back this way on the sound of everyone shouting as if there was something to come and see.
Cool.
So it can do another perception, but I assume it's not going to see anything more than
If you do a
there's nothing there.
me.
So perception with advantage.
Nope. Doesn't see anything beyond what you can see.
Luckily has the same mod as I do, so that's perfect.
Always handy. Cool.
Yeah.
You've been hearing everyone shouting and firing instruments off into the distance. What would you like to do? Thomas?
Tom.
I'm thinking. I don't know, because obviously I, as me, have heard everything that's going on with all of those people, but Tom doesn't know what's going on with all of those people.
You can hear shouting and anger.
Yeah, but I don't know if that would make any difference or any sense to Tom, because he can't see a threat. So he wouldn't know what they're angrily shouting at.
So would he question that?
Seemingly
like
nothing.
Has?
I don't know, would he? That's the question. Do I play
He's
Tom
not
as a sort of... individual that would question that or not. I mean, I suppose he'd be intrigued enough that he would go up and have a look. So I guess he will
Hang on.
go forward and try and see.
1 second. Meta amongst yourselves for a minute.
Does anybody know Fireball?
Nope.
We could just
Not
burn the place
yet.
down.
Not yet. Soon.
I,
Give me a
I
couple
have
more
level
levels.
3
Level-
spells, and
Give me
no,
level
I
7.
don't have-
Level 7. Level 7, and Tom gets Fireball. I think it's level 7. It might be level 9. But like coming up, Tom will have Fireball.
I could have had it. I didn't choose it.
It's part of the artillerist artificer path that I chose for Tom. So at last level up, I got Scorching Ray, which is a pretty cool spell. And then a little bit later on, I'll get Fireball.
Can't believe you want to burn the library down. Do you not think you've already upset this god enough?
Do the scorching rays come
Nope.
out like Superman?
I don't know. I've not decided how it'll look.
I have not.
Tom with
I
sunlight.
haven't Sky enough yet.
I like Crown of Madness.
Okay, what I will say is, even though you have felt these feelings skitter across your brain, it's not been telepathically told to you. These whispers are coming out loud.
Oh, so we may have heard all these. Oh, I thought we was hearing it in our
Have we
head.
heard these?
That's what I was
Evidence.
just checking, whether there is a telepathic evidence to the reading, but not necessarily to the broadcast.
Oh,
But they are kind of whispers. So maybe for... Can you all roll me a perception so far to see whether you've heard anything? Or whether you're so wrapped up in your own fears?
I can't really roll that list.
At least you heard nothing.
Bear with.
Too excited about all these books.
Mm.
Come on, where is it? There you go.
Cool. So, those of you that have rolled high, you will be able to hear
16 perception.
necessarily the words that are being whispered, but whether or not you understand the context behind
The
them
whispered words exactly in there.
or concentrating on it is another matter entirely.
I've got to go to you afterwards.
So, did Tom decide what he was going to do?
I just sort of moved forward to see if I could see anything.
Bear with. Let's just do a little measurement. Okay, Tom, can you roll me a charisma check, please?
Sure. 15.
Okay.
oh,
You feel something. Oh, and then people are booted off the call. You feel something try to crawl into your brain, but then fade away, almost that you don't notice it at all.
Makes sense for Tom.
Mhm.
Sounds pretty Tom-like. Just. That's just his internal monologue all the time.
Maybe it was a brief firewall for a moment actually activated to protect himself from
Yeah,
an
maybe.
outside threat. I would say it's... Oh, Balthur's still here. You still here, Balthur?
yeah.
Cool. It's your turn now.
So with a 16, and would like to know: do I hear the whispers that other people have had whispered to them?
Yes.
So if I've heard them,
Yes.
first thing I'm going to do is I do have some common clothes in my backpack. I would like to use an action and rip a little bit of cloth off of my close, and I would like to put into my ears, create sort of like earplugs
Okay.
in my ears, and then just shout to everybody, and it'll be louder than normal because I've just deafened myself, and just shout, "Don't listen to the voices. They're just trying to get in your head."
Can you give me a performance for that? Let's see how loud you actually do shout.
Performance.
No, it's not loud at all. You think you're
No.
shouting loud, but you're just talking. So maybe Haze hears you. Maybe Tom hears you. But is it any different to what you've been shouting a while ago? Not sure.
No. But then I'm just going to keep on moving to where you indicated we think the sound is maybe coming from. So 5,
Okay.
so 25 feet gets me to about there, and I will just be again just looking, not listening anymore, just looking to see if I can see anything strange.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. So as you, can you roll me a perception as you go past? Okie dokie.
Hey, a good roll.
You notice crouching in the shadows of a bookcase is a strange, hunched creature. You'd almost not notice it as it glares up at you with one hateful eye from underneath the shadows.
Would I perceive this as being a threatening creature?
I mean, it's one-eyed and spiky with sharp, dripping teeth.
Cool.
I mean,
Is
if you
it
want to roll
small?
a history check to see if you know what it is, if you don't already guess what it is.
Well,
Is it small? Is it crouched? Is it?
Yes, hunched over. 15.
15.
Okay, you've heard rumours of what can happen to wizards who delve too deep into knowledge and lose themselves. And this is a Nothic.
Yes, I love Nothics. Sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm just gonna use my action then to dash to get right next to it and stand there with sword and shield in hand, and then at the top of my voice just shout to Alethea, Alethea, stay back!
Okay. Alethea, can you roll me a perception to see if you heard that? You heard Balthor shout something, but this place is echoey. It's cathedral-like, and he's got things in his ears, so you heard something, but not quite sure what. Was it a shout for help? Was it a shout to stay still? Who knows? Balthor, anything else you would like to do?
Don't think I could do anything else. I've used my action. I don't really have a bonus action I can use at the moment. So I will just stay there and have this thing standing right next to me with me sword and shield in hand.
Okay. Haze.
I'm just going to move further up. Still looking. I'm looking more straight ahead to where I thought, still with my bow and arrow at hand. And that's because I don't know that's there, do I?
No.
No, so that's it for me. I'm still moving up.
If you want to roll a perception, these things are very stealthy, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just there. And then because I sounded me like the voice still came from above, I'd probably just fire another arrow into the nothingness.
Okay. Do you want to give me a roll for that?
Only a 16.
So, where are you aiming? Can you ping it on the map for me?
I'd be just going straight ahead of me, so I would be. Let's have a look. How far does an arrow go? That sort of thing.
Okay.
I've got all these character names in front of my things. So I can't. There we go. So yeah, I'd be aiming a straight line, however far an arrow goes.
80 feet. Disadvantage 320 feet.
There you go. Something definitely rouses at the back of the library.
Ooh. Does it like get hit? Does it sound like it's?
No.
Just sounds like it's been
Just
moving.
like you may have not necessarily woken something up, but kind of woken something up.
Okay. That's my turn.
Yes. Okay. Now it is my turn. And Balfour, can you roll me a charisma check, please?
A charisma check.
Yes.
Just a normal check. Don't have advantage or anything for the earplugs.
No, because it's telepathic.
That's a save. That's a
good
save.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's a save. So you can feel this itching across your brain again. But it descends away. And let's have a look. Oh, Alicia, can you roll me a charisma check?
No. No.
Yeah, and it's dead easy. You just click a button.
And I've got a +2. So, Alithia, you feel a creeping across your brain.
I didn't go anywhere.
Let's have a look. You feel this creeping across your brain. And then from your left, you hear, "Stolen from your cradle, little one. What destiny was written for you? The truth is there, just out of reach. Be careful of the truth, or it may drive you mad, just like Nezrin." And then it skitters away. Okay. Next, from the back of the room, let's have a look. What does this thing do? There is a shape that appears from this pile of books at the back. You're all a bit far away to see it, so it rouses itself from the pile of books and begins to float upwards. David, your turn.
I can't steer, but I would have heard all of that, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come around here and just peek around the corner to see what I see. I will do. So I just have to close the card sheet.
Nope, you don't see anything.
Yep, that is fine. Is everything okay, guys?
Don't listen to the voices, David.
No worries. No worries, Balthor. I'll try not to.
But I mean,
Can
just
Balfour
if you don't
hear
mind,
this?
but are you a prince?
No.
Sorry, I thought the voices. That something said you was a prince.
Depends on the definition and the context.
Son of a king, David. Son of a king. It's quite easy, David.
So Alethea, on sensing something magical over there, would use her action to try and suss out what sort of magic it is.
lots of clicking going on. Sorry, is that a roll for anything, or is it magic, or do you just want to know?
Just magic. It says use an action to
Oh,
learn its school of magic.
I'm not entirely sure. It's a Nothic, and I'm not entirely sure what school of magic that would be. Doesn't say on its character sheet.
Transmutation, I believe, would be nothing.
I'll take your word for it. Maybe instead of school of magic, you can tell that it's a creature there, and if you want to...
Well, it does say on the detect magic, you see a faint aura around the creature.
Ah, cool.
So even if you don't know the school of magic, you would maybe see a faint aura.
Is it for, like, fairy fire, like, outlining it, or is it just in the general...
It just says a faint aura around any visible creature or objects in the area.
Okay, well, in that case, Alithia, you will see a glow from between these two bookcases.
Okay. All I can see is a glow, and I can't really tell what it is. I can see the rest of the party is making their way that way.
Make it that way.
So, not wanting to be left behind. Move up towards the group, and on hearing Balfour, but not knowing what, Trailblazer would then go over to help.
Awesome. Anything else?
No, I'm just still detecting magic.
Awesome. Well, as it's the top of the round, I'm going to take an action. The creature at the back, as you all get closer, is floating around and lets out a low shriek, which reveals and animates even, you could say. Some animated armor. That once was lifeless, now isn't. And these two step in towards the door at the back. And that's all they do. Tom.
Does Tom see anything, hear anything, have any general inclination of what to do, where to go, or why, or when, or what, or how?
Well, there's lots of shouting going on. Haze is firing towards the back of the cathedral. Something's just shrieked from the back of the library, and some armours started moving.
Would Tom have heard the things moving behind him?
Do you want to give me a perception to see if he does?
Sure, let's say yes. Otherwise, he's going to go towards the sound of Balfour's voice. 12.
Possibly. That's a good old, slightly below.
Oh, that's too vague.
I know, isn't it though? And it's not that important enough for me to make a big old judgment call one way or the other.
It's important enough to me to know whether I should turn around and fight the animated armors behind me, or whether I should head towards the sound of Balfour's animated shouting.
I mean, if you want to just roll a dice to make a decision, then that's as Tom-like as anything else.
Yeah, screw it. I'll roll a d20. Anything below a 10, I'll turn around. Anything above a 10, I'll head towards Balfour.
What do you get, a 10?
Ah, damn it. Right, 9. Okay, Tom will have heard the animated armors grinding behind him and turn around and see what appear to be, I imagine, for animated armor to be like mechanical-ish looking people.
Yes. What was a suit of armour is now moving.
Do animated armor look... Do they look like... Right, this is sort of a question for the group, generally.
Oh, I love a good discussion.
would they look like robots or would they look like floating magic smoke inside of armor
that one.
pieces?
Second one.
So he wouldn't turn around and go, brothers, or something along those lines. He would turn around and realize these aren't robot men like me. These
Only if
are...
he's stupid, which he's not.
No.
Yeah, which he's not. He has like an intelligence of 19.
Yeah.
And I really do need to retcon how I portray and play Tom, I think, because it is hindering my input to basically every session, playing him like simple Jim that just sort of hangs around going, I don't know what things are.
Well, to be fair, he was only switched on before the session, so he's learning, he's growing.
There were reasons of plot as to why I was playing him simple, but now all it seems to do is mean that I just sit here not really doing anything or getting involved because Tom is simple Jim.
I've met a lot of very intelligent people who are incredibly stupid.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. So
we'll work on that. I need to have a chat with you at some point, Kat,
that's fine.
about Tom, but we'll work on that tomorrow.
What's he
or
says
another
it,
day.
Craig?
So you have decided what you wanna do with a 9.
Yeah, with a 9, Tom is going to turn around and immediately open fire upon the animated armors behind him. I think that's what Tom is going to do. Perceiving them as an immediate threat because they weren't there before and now they are. So they can't possibly be good.
And they have taken steps in front of the door to bar your way out.
Yeah, and he will attempt to greet them, and obviously because they're animated armor, they won't reply, and that will be a personal slight to Tom.
It's rude.
Yeah, it's rude. So I think Tom will, immediately turn around and open fire upon the animated armors behind him. Let's go with. Let's see. How do I want to go about doing this?
Do you want me to put some colours on there, or do you just want to be righty and lefty?
I'll just go with lefty and right here. Let's see. How does this work? Hold on a sec. Would they fit within a 10-foot radius sphere, do you think, if I centered it on a point between them?
Give it a measure.
Let's see. Ooh, yay, measuring tools. Yeah, just about. Thank you, Craig, for measuring that for me to save me the effort of having to do so because that was quicker than me doing it. Yeah, they do fit between a 10-foot radius sphere, just like the edges of the sphere would catch them both. Tom's going to cast Shatter at a point immediately between the two of them, which will catch them both.
Tom's going to shatter everywhere, is he?
Tom's going to shatter all over the place, yeah. So let's cast that. Shatter. So that's one of my level 2 spells, of which I only have 2. So it's a DC 15 con save.
They both pass.
Boo. Let's see. Half as much damage. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, I like that. So what am I saving?
DC 15 con save.
Con save. With disadvantage. 3.
Whoop whoop. So they both take 8 points of thunder damage.
Love it. What does that
Sounds...
What does it look like? And what does it sound like in this large echoing cathedral library?
Honestly would think that Tom would turn around and go, whilst pointing at them because he's turned around and there's immediately enemies behind him.
Falthor doesn't hear it.
No.
Yeah. So that would be what would happen for that. And then I think the obviously staple cannon blast with bonus action. So that would be a 19 to hit lefty.
Oh, lefty. That will hit.
And that is for 8 points of force damage. So they've both taken 8 points of thunder damage, and lefty has taken an additional 8 points of force damage and been knocked 5 feet backwards, presumably into the wall.
Yes.
Whether that does any additional damage or not. Presumably not.
But I like the flavour. Baltha.
Standing above this thing,
Mhm.
knowing what it is, I am going to use the help that I'm being given by Trailblazer and attack with Stonecutter.
Okay.
Bow, 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 bow.
Meh, 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 meh.
That will hit.
And with that, I will be doing a menacing attack,
Ooh.
which is that. So I will take that on.
Mhm.
It's 17 points of damage with my first attack. As I just, if it's like crouched down in front of me, I'm just gonna slash down, sort of like try and hit it on the shoulder.
Nice. And then,
Just
how do you menace it?
menace it. I'm just gonna shout, "Stay away from my friends, you evil fiend!"
And then I need a wisdom saving throw. Is that right?
Yes.
5.
So I'll fail because it is
Yes.
8 plus my proficiency plus strength. So that's 15 is my saving
Yep.
throw against me.
So now it is frightened of you. So what does it have to do?
I think frightened just means it can't move closer to me. It has to move away from me.
Mhm.
It can
I-
stay still. It
Yeah.
just can't advance on your position and can't attack you.
Right. Cool.
But I am going to use my bonus action to try and whack it with my shield and knock it prone, which is a 20. So it's an athletics against athletics, I
Oh,
believe.
against athletics.
Or against strength or athletics or something. Or
I
acrobatics.
think usually any check like that, you can do athletics versus either athletics or acrobatics. No, like a grapple. Like you can choose to wiggle your way out rather than brute
So is
force
that
your way
strength
out.
or dex?
It's up to you.
I think I'm going to go dex. It's a wiggly little monster wizard. It shimmies underneath your shield and tries to fit underneath one of the bookcases.
Oh, so it
sorry.
dodges this.
Sorry, that
It
whisper.
beat a 20.
It did a 23, but I accidentally whispered it to myself, so I will re-roll again.
No, I believe you. It's okay.
I can.
DM's prerogative.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Didn't even need to roll, really. You could have
Yeah.
just said it passed. We wouldn't know.
No.
I will. I've just got the thingy tick, so I will pop it in the chat for transparency. But
No,
yes,
no.
that was a 23.
We believe you.
And then
no, but I like to.
You're the least like. You're not Callum. We know you wouldn't lie about your dice rolls.
second
I'm
attack.
ridiculously honest.
Second attack with Stonecutter.
That will miss because it's.
It is under a bookcase, to be fair.
Why did that whisper though? Because I haven't got that ticked. Oh no, yes I have. Yes.
Why did that whisper? Because you told it to.
I was looking in the wrong bit.
That's Balthor's turn.
Amazing. Haze.
Having heard the shrieking from behind me, because I was planning on going straight forward, I will move down, cut through, and start making my way this way.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I will hold my action for if anything causes me to do something. So if it tries to attack me or I need to make a save or anything like that.
Lovely. Okay. Anything else, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay, my turn now. So, Haze, can you make me a charisma check, please?
Mm-hmm. Can you choose to fail these checks?
Yeah, if you want to.
I would like to choose to fail it.
Okay, that's fine. You feel...
Reason being, I'll send you the message. It fits in with what we've been saying,
Yep.
but it's going to tell me a bit more information. Might not be stuff that I want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
but it might slip something up. So
Oh, you'll like this
I
one
would
then. Are you
choose to
ready?
fail.
Are you ready for
Yeah.
this one? So you feel the fingers s- just crawl across your brain. It itches in a way that's quite unpleasant. And again, a voice rasps from off to your side. What will you give, lonely child, to look into the abyss for the answers? When the smiling lady comes to collect her due, will you be ready to pay the price?
Oh, that's my turn.
Okay. And now it is my turn. So this one can't attack Balthar and can't advance towards you.
No.
And if I move away, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity. But underneath the bookcase, it can peer out and it sees and feels in the distance. David, can you give me a charisma check, please?
Oh, I can.
17. Ah, that's a good one. Ah. Oh, what a shame. You feel, again, it crawls up your brain, but you're able to shrug it off. And this one, unbeknownst to anybody else, slinks around. Tom, can you give me a charisma check, please?
Okay. Charisma check or charisma save?
Charisma check.
I don't think it makes a difference because I have no modifiers in charisma. No, it's exactly the same. It's +0, so it makes literally no difference. I'll just click the charisma button. 13.
Okay.
Oh.
And you feel a slight buzzing in your brain? Is it squishy in there? Is it electric? Who knows? Either way, there is like
Do I just press a button and turn it off?
there's a buzzing at the back of your brain somewhere.
It's like feedback.
You.
Like,
Yes. And you hear off to the side, a clockwork soul, yet one still shrouded in confusion. We see all the hidden things, metal man, flashes of memory not your own. You know how your maker died, don't you? You know
Nope.
what really happened that day.
Nope. Hi, I'm Tom. He's trying to talk to the voice in his head.
Okay. And it's me next as well. Off in the distance, flying down, well, not flying, but just like hovering down from the ceiling, a shadowy, monstrous figure appears. It heads towards the noise that it's been observing.
Can I use my held action to hide?
Yes. Let's have a look. 30 feet. Where are you all?
Probably all within 30 feet.
Huh?
Probably all within 30 feet.
Yes, it's going to move up so that you all are. I'm going to take my prerogative to shuffle a bit closer.
Boo.
I know, right? How unfortunate. Okay, it is going to do an attack called Howling Babble. Oh, actually, no.
You basically
David,
need to be at the top of the bookcases that are between
No.
Balthar and...
I'm going to do a
David.
different one now. This is actually within 60 feet. Whispers of Compulsion. This is called... It chooses up to 3 creatures it can see within 60 feet of it. So that will be Balthor, David, and... Oh, does that get Alithia in there as well?
Yeah, they'd be the
everybody.
closest.
Okay, so
It could pick either of us apart from Haze, who is hiding.
okay,
So, but Alithia is closer than Tom.
so it's going to choose you three. Each target must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
5,
Oh.
12.
Come on, Alithia.
Drum roll.
Is
Come on.
it, is it against being charmed or frightened at all?
Being what, sorry?
No.
Charmed
Charmed
or
or frightened.
frightened.
No, psychic damage.
Drum roll.
Wisdom saving.
Yep, please.
No.
Boo! You all suck.
I don't know what the wisdom people. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so you each
Okay,
take...
now you all know how Bogrod feels when the Scott's like, "Oh, roll a wisdom save." It's like, fuck you all."
I barely do that against Bogrod.
Anymore.
My modifier was better than my roll.
That is very true.
2d8 plus 3. That's psychic damage.
Ooh.
And...
8.
uh,
8
And-
of a possible 19.
I
That's
know.
painful.
But, and this will also reveal what it is, this is called an alip. And must use its reaction to make a melee weapon attack against one creature of the alip's choice that the alip can see.
Hi.
So, Balthor, you're going to be swinging at Trailblazer. David, you're not really near anyone, are you?
No, I'm on my own.
So do you want me to roll an attack?
Yes, please. Yes, you're going to hit Trailblazer.
I am 10 feet away from Alithia.
Well,
Well,
Alithia
don't look at the superior dice. It's just 8.
okay. And Alithia, you can take a swing at Tom, but I think you're too far away. But for role-playing purposes, it could be amusing.
Oh, take a swing of my quarterstaff. That'd be funny.
Doesn't have a 10-foot reach, so can't hit me.
What was that you said? You threw it like a javelin, yeah?
I'm immune to crits anyway.
Okay, so this thing comes screaming past you all. Again, it's muttering under its breath. This is an alip, a creature that uncovered a secret so powerful that it turned it into an undead weird creature thing. It's very cool. It's racked with information and it's dying to share it with people, so it is going to want to tell you lots of fun things. As it comes by you, you can hear it scream. What's it going to scream?
I'm just hearing kill it fast before it shares all of our secrets with everybody.
Oh no, it's not sharing everyone else's secrets. It wants to tell you its secret, the one that drove it mad. And it just says glory, 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 glory. And that's what it's just going to say. Say her name, glory, glory. And that's
Do
going
I
to
hear
be
this
turn.
with my earplugs in?
No.
Nope.
David.
He shall be here in just a second. He's on his way down. It's your turn. Things just run past going glory, glory, glory.
Glory, glory, glory.
Yeah.
Say her name, bitch.
I don't know what to do with this information.
Oh, great. Glorificus.
What?
That is not the name or the salutation. But I get that reference.
I don't get the reference.
Just finished watching through that show.
Mm.
I'm confused.
Again, for the 5th time.
I need to. One of my favourite seasons, that one.
So I am going to take one look at this and go, oh hell no, and cast Distant Whispers.
Mm-hmm. Give me an attack then.
Yes. Gonna upcast that at level 3.
So is it a
So
wisdom
DC
save?
16 wisdom save.
What kind of attack is it?
Psychic. What's that with
So I'm just reading through all the resistances and
And immunities, yeah.
it's not on there. Interesting. Every other fucking thing is.
That's curious.
I know.
I mean, you
isn't
should
it
have said
though?
that out loud.
I know, but I'm looking at the time, so of course I am.
We could always finish this fight next time.
Exactly.
Next
No.
year.
Yeah, next year.
No.
Right. So 15. Does that fail?
It does.
Okay. What's the damage on that one? Is that 16?
16, which is piss poor.
Well, it does shriek and flail around. It's quite dramatic, but it doesn't really do a lot in comparison with that.
Who's near me?
I'm behind you, that's about it.
Don't know you're there.
No, I'm hiding.
Bitch. That's fine, I can't use my bonus action, so I'll end my turn now.
Alithia.
It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as its speed allows from you.
That's 40.
Back pedal 40.
No, that's measuring. Let's plop it back here. That seems about right. Lithia.
Alithia is furious.
Understandably so.
She's obviously been hit by this creature, and Balfour's incidentally killed Trailblazer. So she, Alithia, is going to walk at full pace because obviously I'm not running. Where do we get to there? Straight at it. And screaming in what no one else understands because it being infernal. There's another 30 feet. Not quite. She's just going to be holding her hands together. Chromatic. Oh!
Yay! What are you flinging?
Oh, it's going to be what are my other choices?
Acid, cold, lightning, poison, fire.
Oh no, I can have anything on my level 1 spells.
Pick 3 and have it do 1d8 of damage to each.
Don't think I've got. Have I got a psychic damage on level 1? I thought I had
You
done.
choose psychic damage, though. You can't just choose psychic damage because you've seen it take psychic damage.
Sure,
that
you
wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. You wouldn't have seen it take psychic damage.
Well, Alethea would generally go for psychic damage unless she knew there was another one for it. But I don't think I've got psychic at level 1.
I was going to say, I've never seen it do psychic
Chromatic
damage.
doesn't have that.
Chromatic doesn't need to have it. I just need to have a level 1 to have it.
Yeah, thingy, haven't you?
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. So on the basis that I haven't got psychic, I need to put a list of what I do have in each level. Stick with the basics. Let's go with lightning. For some reason, it didn't let me cast that.
Is it asking you what level on the character sheet or something?
It might be if you click on the thing.
That gets me every time.
Yeah.
No, it just comes up with that. Doesn't actually let me.
What, not a miss.
Well, I haven't.
If you have you clicked
twice.
it from your actual main page where it's got the thing.
Rather than
If
the
you do it from the
spells.
spell sheet, it should come up which level do you want to cast at.
There we go. That's better. Level 3.
That. Oh, sorry. Was that a 9 to hit?
No,
Well, the
that's just
first one I did
damage.
was a 17 at the top.
Huh? Oh, yes. Sorry, above that. Yeah. So what's the damage on that one then?
Lightning damage of 22.
That doesn't quite do what you think it might do. So it hits it, but it doesn't fully hit it. It reels slightly, but doesn't take as much damage as you think it would do.
Of course, it's resistant to it. And then as a bonus action, I suppose I've not seen the creature next to Balthor.
No.
And that thing's going to be more than 30 feet away, so that'll be everything Alethea is doing.
Okay. In response to being attacked, I'm going to use this as a reaction, and you just see an image flash in your mind. It's just small. It's just a flash. Doesn't hurt. But it's a warped, grinning female face behind a broken mask, surrounded by clawing arms. A grinning mask. Okay. The armor is going to advance towards Tom. Only has those attacks. So
Slam!
Yeah, pretty much. So they are just going to move up towards you.
Are they metal animated armors, just out of curiosity?
Yes.
Cool. Not for any reason or anything.
No, not for any
just
reason
curious.
at all. Cool, that's all they're going to do. Tom's turn.
Okay, so they're not currently on me right now,
No.
so I have a little bit of free time. Okay, then, in that case, Tom will have obviously heard this thing shrieking and caterwauling and such. I assume I can see it from where I am.
Yes.
Okay, then.
You turn around from the thing that you're fighting?
Yeah, because I'm not physically engaged. I was attacking at range, so I can just turn around and fight something else. Until they get up close and personal, I can attack whatever I want until they close in on me. I've heard this thing screaming and shrieking and stuff, so that would seem the more pressing threat until they're, like, right up in my face. So if they're not immediately on me, then I would think that would mean that I can turn around and fight something else until they get there. So I am going to make a light crossbow attack at it, which I am just in range for.
Yep.
I've measured up. I'm going to do it with sharpshooter, so I'm at a -5, so it's only +1 to my actual roll. My crossbow is enchanted for artificial means, so it counts as a magic weapon if that counts against or for anything. So let's see if I roll anything above a fucking 2. So that'd be a 10, because it's 15 minus 5. I have inspiration on my character sheet, which I assume is from somewhere else, so I'll try once more with that. And then if that fails, then that fails. That would have been a nat 1 -5, so -4.
I'm not going to say that hits anybody else because that feels a bit mean in this situation.
Just a catastrophic miss. Just a complete and utter waste of inspiration, basically.
That's a failure for Graham as well as Tom.
It's a very, very personal failure. Yeah, we'll accept that. That's okay. And then bonus action cannon blast, I guess, against the thing, just to see if that does anything. while these armors close in on me. So that would be a 14.
What are you aiming against?
The Alep.
The Alep.
I'm assuming that's also going to miss.
No, that will hit.
Ah, boo! That means my 10 was close. Damn. So that is 11 force damage, and it would be knocked 5 feet back.
Ooh, bear with. Bear with. Okay, that is pushed back 5 feet. Was that?
Yes, and 11 force damage.
That's fine.
Does it seem to hit as hard as it should hit?
Yep.
Cool.
Which is
There we go. We've
surprising.
identified another thing that isn't a weakness or a strength.
I've got force.
Magic missile.
Haze.
I'm going to run up to there, turn around to everybody else and go, stop! Stop!
In the name of love.
She's innocent. It's not her fault. And then I'm going to turn around to this thing. I know. Okay? I know. Let's stop and we can talk. Please don't hit me.
Interesting. Not sure where you're going with this, but I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 85% certain everybody else in the party will go, fuck you, Haze, and continue trying to kill the thing.
Okay. So let's just have a bit of a reaction to that. What do you want to happen?
What do I want to happen?
Presumably she wants it to stop.
Well, you said obviously looking at the background on the god of Ulan and like the things that it does and like the way it can affect people.
Yes.
Haze's head is saying that she's been affected basically. And the way she come down screeching Gloria, 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 you said that she wants to say something. I'm hoping that maybe she'll take this opportunity to blurt out her story.
Oh, I like that.
Boo, Angela read the reading class. Everybody boo her. She's a nerd. She's a nerd. She read the reading. Get her.
Okay. As you
Yeah,
step,
I'm a nerd, but you
as
get
you
my
step,
point.
as you step forward, this thing wants to impart its information. Angela, I will work out with you what the penalty for be, because information drove this thing fucking nuts.
Oh, fully aware of that.
So
Yep.
you won't get the full blast of this, but there will be a penalty to having the information.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I tell everybody or do I just tell you?
I would think you'd just tell Haze.
I think I
Says
will
it out
just
loud.
Huh?
Depends if it says it out loud.
Yeah, I think it's going to say it out loud because it is quite insane.
Exactly, yeah. Go ahead.
It's wanting to tell everybody its secrets, and surely.
Does that mean we all get a penalty? Because if so, Tom will shut his ears.
No.
Wisdom saves.
No, what will happen is it will be babbling nonsense, some of which you will catch, some of which you won't. But Haze will make the most of it, and she will also see flashes in her mind. So, like with, it was Alithia, wasn't it? You see flashes of a female figure, of a gruesome, beautiful female figure in a broken mask with a smile. That's all you can see from this figure is a smile, and there's clawing hands around this mask, and there's a flash, and you see an image of a almost through a fog of a crumbling mansion, with covered round with occult symbols and being choked by vines. It flashes again, and you see a shadowy figure sat on a twisted throne of glass and rock shards, and this is pounding at your head, migraine level. It's trying to tell you all of this at the same time. It is screaming a warning at you over and over and over again, and it screams out loud The shackled queen has been unbound. It screams, say her name, say her name, released from the void, say her name, the bringer of chaos. Glory, the bringer of chaos, say her name. Mantaros, say her name, Mantaros, and it is screaming at you over and over and over again as these images of chaos and destruction flood your mind, and you feel that this figure in front of you, this smoke figure, was once a very, very powerful, very well-renowned wizard. The greatest in the realm, dedicating his life to searching out the mysteries and investigating everything, creating a legend. This wizard dedicated everything to finding out the mysteries behind what has gone on in the world. And the final thing that this tries to desperate act is to let you know who this monster was in real corporeal life. This was Nezrin the Wanderer, the creator of the Vanguard, stumbling across this forbidden knowledge that drove him mad and drove him out of sight. Covered up by the Vanguard, of course.
I like that I stopped it now.
Yes. It dissipates into something, having passed on the information that it needed to. I may flood you with more images as we go on, and this will have a penalty that I will decide for you. But that's the energy and information that it wanted to impart to you, and it screams as it dissipates back into the ether again.
I like that.
Yes.
Amazing.
Sorry, I stopped you from killing it.
Oh no, that was perfect, because that's what it was going to try and do anyway. Regardless of who it was that stepped up, one of you was going to end up with all this information. So I will provide you with some more of it.
Lol, imagine if it was Tom.
I know. To be honest with you,
Can't process any of it, doesn't understand a single bit of it, doesn't know how to pass it on. That would have been fucking hilarious.
But given the fact that there are a couple of people in here who are very curious, I thought one of you might step up. But either way, there's still some other things to deal with before we finish. We have 10 minutes left. It's cat speed round time.
I'm going to assume, sorry, just for that one, with it being a complete information overload, I'm going to assume that I'm now prone on the floor. And
yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Eyes roll back.
Just twitching like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, Angela. We will have lots to talk about. The other turn. Let's have a look. What information do I have left to whisper about people? Okay, I know. This, I have one more lovely bit of information I want to tell at one of you. One of the other Nothics is going to creep slowly. Baltha, can you give me a charisma roll, please?
A 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get a +2 on mine.
Ooh. Oh.
So Baltha, you have your ears plugged, so maybe you can't hear this, but everyone else will. And there's a whisper that comes along that says, no matter how many battles you win now, you can't erase your failure. You're still a fraud pretending to be a leader. You're pretending to be so many other things as well, aren't you? Does she know how much of a failure you are? Is that why you're hiding from her? And this thing giggles and feels braver now as it's crawled towards you. It's feeding off all of you, loving the excitement, loving the chaos. David. This one now is behind you, feeling more brazen. Hello?
Well, I see that. Feel a
Just
bit.
want to say, I think it was supposed to be to go after Tom because I rolled a 17.
Oh,
I was going to charge in front of Alethea to protect her and run next to the big thing, but obviously Angela's done all that, so.
Sorry.
No,
No, it's okay.
that was my bad. I think I accidentally
I
pressed my button
did
twice.
try point at
Oh.
myself when, but no.
Well-
If you want to do David, and then
No,
I'll
it's fine.
go.
No, you can go first.
My apologies.
It's okay. I just want to. This thing that I was fighting, you said it crawled underneath the bookcase.
Yes.
Would one imagine if I was just swing the sword under the bookcase, it's almost a guaranteed hit because how can it dodge?
Yep.
So I think advantage at least anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll hit.
That's a good job.
So slide the first time and then just do an extra attack.
Lovely.
Man, that is so bad.
I fucking love D&D. I really do.
They are just take another 16 hit points as I just swing and slide the sword underneath the bookcase.
It's not
Hacking
fixed,
away
but
it.
how on earth are the chances of getting the
What I
exact
mean,
same
it's
numbers?
like
Oh, it's so close. So very, very close. Oh, fuck it. It's 5-2.
It's
So,
dead.
yeah. It's end of
It's
evening
dead.
rules. It just dies of
It
fear.
dies.
It dies of fear. Wonderful. Alethea. Oh, sorry. Was there anything else that you would
David.
like to do?
David.
Balthor, is there anything else while you're here before I...
No. I've asked my actions, so I'm just gonna. Well, no, I will just move and just as I was going to just stand in front of the Alethea to be a shield. As he did shout her to stay back.
Mm-hmm. David.
I would like to attack this thing here.
Mhm.
There's nothing down here. Yeah, I'm just going to hit it with my axe.
That'll hit, baby.
Lovely.
Oh, that's a good swing.
It is.
Not good enough.
Ah, well, that's where I can get to use Savage Attacker.
Lovely.
And I get to reroll the damage. Just to see that. It wasn't getting much better than that, to be fair. It was a +1.
That's a good one.
See, you only got one extra damage.
Exactly. It's worth a roll if it's for free. And then, yeah, I'm just going to leave it as that.
Cool. Now it's Alethea.
Have them other two armors moved, or they've all just stayed still the entire time?
They've stayed
They moved
still.
up a bit.
Huh?
They moved up a bit.
No, there's four of them.
Yeah, there was 2 at the top there. It was depending on how quickly
Oh.
they were inactive.
Oh, I'm not scrolled up high enough
No.
on my screen. Sorry, I didn't realise there were 2 up there.
No, that was, let's see how quickly we get through this, and if I need to throw more at you, I've got more to throw at you.
So we're saying they're not
No.
alive. Fair
No,
enough.
they've not moved.
Okay. So Alethea is going to see Haze drop to the floor and Balfour come running over to sort of protect us from nothing because it's disappeared. Turn around to see how the rest of the party is.
Stay back, empty area.
It could have just turned invisible for all I know.
Turn around, you can see 2 suits of armor approaching Tom. So,
Although, given that the Alip has now disappeared, the smoke within these also disappears.
oh, they just drop to the floor
Yes.
or stand still.
Yes, drop to the floor.
So there's only one thing left
Mhm.
to hit.
Yeah.
Reed.
Yes.
It's not Dolian. So let's hit it.
Let's hit it and see what happens.
We're hitting you know that, don't you?
12.
No.
That does
Does it?
not hit.
The chromatic orb just goes flying off into the distance.
Into
Or
the
hits the ground near it. And I've got no bonus actions to use in that. So that'll be all Alethea's doing.
Tom.
Okie dokie. So we're saying the only thing left to fight is the thing fighting.
Is the Nothic.
Okay. I'll move down to there then. I assume there'll be like loose bits of rubble and stuff
Yep,
on the floor.
there's shit everywhere.
Okay, then I will cast Catapult. Level 1. So that is a DC 15 dex save. Ignore the 10 at the top. That's the sharpshooter
10.
thing I've not unticked.
Don't ignore that 10.
No. So that is 9 bludgeoning damage as I launch a piece of rubble at it with the catapult spell.
Oof. Oh, lost connection again. Okay, that's taken a
Assuming it's
sizable
still
chunk.
alive,
Just
then
about.
Cannon Blast. 19
Mhm.
for 11 points of force damage on top. So
Which
that's
according-
20 points damage total.
Which, according to my DM math, is exactly what you needed.
What were the
So does that explode?
What are the chances?
I know. Does that explode at the back and just explode all over David? Like,
I mean, it's force damage, so it just sort of just shunts it into him, I guess. Maybe we do like a 1-2 punch, and as I blast it in the back, he sort of follows up with his axe and just cleaves it in twain. It's like a 1-2 punch combo, just for flavour.
That's probably how it would work out, to be fair, mechanically. Time
I mean, it pushes it 5 feet away from me, and that would be directly into David. So chances are he'd be stood there ready with his axe, just sort of hanging there for it to be pushed 5 feet back into his axe. So yeah, 1-2 punch.
amazing.
Ooh, mechanically, could that work in future if I blast something 5 feet towards one of my friends and they have a weapon just outstretched, do they get impaled
Look,
on it?
if you want to give me some nice connective mechanics and stuff, I'll eat that shit up. Yeah.
We will work on that. We will work on that. As
I
like
mean, I like that
a
because I've got
combo.
telekinetics, so I'll just push things into
Alright,
people.
okay,
Just
alright,
push things into our
alright.
weapons.
I could do the same with my.
It's like,
my
I don't need to
horns.
make an attack roll. I'll just hold my sword out like this, and then Olivia can telekinetically push things into it.
Now you've
What
ruined.
happens?
Too
Now
late.
What happens?
Too late.
ruined it
We've
for
opened that
everybody.
can of worms.
Nope.
What
We've
happens if
opened that can
Alethea
of
casts
worms.
chromatic orb on my sword to do 3d8 lightning damage, and then Tom uses the force cannon to push it
Well,
into it? Would it do
if
the
Olivia
extra
casted that on your sword,
lightning
surely
damage as
she'd
well?
just break your sword, no?
It's a magic sword.
Can it hold magic spells?
Yes, it can now.
If not, Alethea's just blasted your sword to smithereens.
The
It's
11
more
o'clock
than-
madness is hitting.
Yeah, right there, cat.
Yeah, you've spoilt it for everyone. No one's getting any of that now.
Let's ruin it, Craig.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Craig.
Yeah. See, they had some good tactics going, and no one's pushing anyone
No,
into anything.
somebody had to ruin it. Boo.
All
But off a
right.
cliff, though.
Interesting. Right, so that is everything that's been obliterated here. Out of initiative, what would you like to do?
Level up.
Stop.
Maybe because we won't be starting for another year, so I might give you a level up after this.
Oh, go on.
I know.
That'd be real fun. Something to look forward to.
Are we
Have we got
helping
no
her?
more Vanguard now until the new year?
My next session's going to be a goblins.
Oh, okay. So there's no more Vanguard now till January.
Hence the acceleration.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of, what would you like to do? Is it get the
Help
hell
Haze
out
up.
of here? Help Haze up, yes.
Thank you.
And then look at Alethea and say, Alethea, I'm sorry. I think I hit Trailblazer. I don't know why. I didn't want to. Just I had this urge to swing my sword at Trailblazer. I'm really sorry.
Alethea's not speaking to Balthor anymore.
I mean, she's just gone from pure rage to being upset. So, yeah, probably not talking a whole lot, really.
She's in a bit of an emotional.
Does she say anything?
Just a mumble of, it's okay.
Wait, I can't hear you, and I'll pull the earplugs out of my ears. Sorry, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry, Alethea, I'm sorry.
It's just slowly cast.
Yes, Graham?
Miss. In story question. We heard everything that the Nothics were saying to everybody, correct?
Yes.
So we, as party members, have heard all of the accusations aimed at Balthor about him being a failure and such.
I mean, accusations is a strong word.
Allegations, insinuations, baseless lies, I don't know. But we've heard them, correct? Tom would like to ask Balthor what the fuck up with that. Not in those exact words, but like...
Saska, who is she? Does she know? Who is she?
The we. Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
But Balthor didn't hear that bit.
No, Balthor didn't hear that bit. He had earplugs in.
He had his headphones in. He was listening to Drowning Pool's Bodies because that's his that's his battle tune.
And at this point, the ground rumbles, the biggest one you've seen so far, and dust starts to fall from the ceiling. I mean, you continue to talk in it as well.
So while we leave, can Tom question Balthor about what that was all about?
What was what about?
About you being a failure, and it doesn't matter how many fights you win, and does she know you're a failure and stuff? But in Tom, which is too late for me to do in Tom. But yeah.
Well, I can only imagine. As a soldier, I have not won every battle I've been in.
Who is she? Haze said, "Who is she?"
She, I mean, could be my mother. I don't know who she could be. It could be anybody, any female I've ever met. It could be Haze. It could be Alethea.
Why are you pretending to be a leader?
I think we can all agree that I have not pretended to be a leader with this party.
Not with this one.
If it wasn't for me, I don't think we would have got where we are as we have, because you did need some encouragement in our early together.
Give us a fight by fight, play by play of your entire militaristic history right now.
And of course,
David, have you got some tea? You might need a few buckets of tea.
Let's resolve this over a long rest.
And Balthor would have heard things said about everybody else as well.
No, he had earplugs.
Well, exactly. Well, some of it.
Yeah, I would have heard the
Prince. Prince of what now?
Prince of your dreams, love.
And I am quite happy to send each of you individually what it was that was told about you.
Yes, please.
I remember my thing.
Yeah, that's fine. But as always, I have it written down here. I'm not going to share everything with everyone.
I've got a month to watch it all again.
Huh? Yes. But if you want me to send each of you individually what I had written for your character so you know how to respond to what was said, I will do.
Yes, please.
Cool.
I've wrote down my first one because I thought it was psychic and I didn't write down everything else. So I'll rewatch and write it down anyway.
That's fine.
Before I forget what I wanted to ask, I don't care about everybody else knowing what it was that Tom would secretly ask said person, because individually I will no doubt talk to them all about it in between now and the next Vanguard session anyway. Tom would have stopped to speak to Miriax, Mernax, I can't, the Dragonborn guy.
Rhinax.
Basically say, do you know what I am, who I am, where I came from, etc., and so on.
Okay.
Oh, and I would have heard all this because if I was still in there sulking by the
Yeah, Haze would already know because Tom didn't realize she was still in the room. But Tom basically would have just asked him, like, does he know any more about him, his origins, who he is, where he came from, and all of that sort of thing.
Interesting. I will certainly come up with something for you. As always with
Cool.
these kind of things, please remind me because I'm going to sleep soon and therefore it will wipe my memory of lots of things because I'm a goldfish. Just to finish up the session, I'm going to choo-choo you a little bit out of the library. You open the doors and stagger through, expecting to be in the corridor that you were before. But it seems the library has the Spire has other ideas for you. You've been where you've needed to go, and you end up back at the beginning again, back at the entrance, back where you first arrived.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I see the 4 people at reception?
No, there's no one there.
No.
Tom looks around like, did it look like this before?
So what?
oh, they're actual people.
So-
Sorry, I love the way the characters are on it.
I know. So what you see before you is the same, but there is no one here. The ground is rubble. The doorways through to the different rooms, whereas before there was people walking in and out of them, now either lead to a void or there are rips appearing with swirling energies beyond and screaming howls from beyond the voids. The
Did we do
information
this?
desk is gone, but whatever device was in the middle is now smashed and useless on the central plaza. The ground
I suggest we
shakes
leave.
again.
Was this an us? Did we do this?
I don't
I
think
like-
so.
I like that the clouds are all lightning on the outside. Does the step work?
For a short while.
Quick, get in it.
Yeah. I'm quite happy for you to
Nosedive.
step and run.
When we get to the step, how do we determine which step we go to?
By story methods.
Okay.
Thoughts.
It's like
You
torture.
You think of the place you want to be, and that is where you appear.
Yes, I've not entirely worked out the mathematics of it, but it's like
Ah.
a portal spell.
Surely it's like
Lovely.
you have a destination in mind, and it takes you to the destination you're aiming to go to. Because obviously, if we're going from step to step, we're going to know which step we want to appear at. So we just think of the destination step, and it takes us to that one.
Yes.
I'm only asking because what happens if one person was thinking of a different step as they all went on it?
And that one person goes to that step, and we all go to
Well,
the right one.
Should we leave that with you and you can let us know?
Yeah. I mean, I'll look at the like portals.
It's like Harry Potter saying diagonally.
Yeah, kind of. Very similar to the like in Evelthon, you have the like Simeon, and that had portals to send us to various places, like that, but more permanent. Okay, and
Cool.
that's it for this year.
Oh, don't say that. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I can't applaud this. That's it for this year. I don't want to applaud that, but for the session,
So this will be the final huge amount of info dumping. You will all be pleased to know. You now know a lot of the major names, a lot of the major players, and a lot of the big plot threads. We can talk about where you want to go after this, and what the world looks like after this, and what you want to investigate next. We can work on individual plot stuff and individual character stuff all throughout the rest of this year.
Of the month and the rest of the year.
Yes. And
Question. Sorry, Kate.
I was just going to say, and when Vanguard comes back, I will make something beforehand in a previously on Vanguard, just to highlight you all, to remind you what the fuck has been going on, because I know it's a lot. So I will make sure there is a refresher for you, and as entertaining as I can make it as well.
Nice.
That's me.
So this is that like season partway finale where you have ages for it to come back on.
It's the Christmas break from Supernatural where it's like it stops at the end of November and doesn't pick up until February.
I did say to Scott earlier about kind of the pacing of this, and I see this as pretty much the end of section 1, you now have a name and an idea, but there are at least 3, 4, 5 other sections ahead, so this is by no means the end of it. This is the beginning of it.
Hey.
I know, right? Did you have any other... Gwen?
No. I didn't have a question Vanguard-wise. Well, we'll let the session wrap up in its entirety before I say anything else.
Okay, and that's done for this year. Thank you, guys.
Hey.